Because they know I'm joking about all the other stuff, but they go, no, he must mean that, right? Like a joke is a window to the comedian's true soul. That's just not the case. Or press, particularly the industry press in America, was like, why is he saying these awful things to the most beautiful people? You know, and then by the fifth time, right, they were going, good, give it to him, we're sick of celebrities.
In an age where everyone is too scared to air their opinions due to the fear of getting cancelled by the woke left, Ricky Gervais has made it his sole purpose to demolish woke culture every chance he gets.
Well, yeah, well, that's the thing about offence, isn't it? When people say they're offended, it's that just because you're offended, it doesn't mean you're right. Offence is about feelings, and feelings are personal. Some people are offended by equality. So what? You know, so you can't second-guess people. If you try and please everyone, you'll please no one. You can't legislate against stupidity, otherwise you'll be doing nothing. So if you're saying anything, you should polarise.
Ricky Gervais has been extremely clear on the fact that he has no intentions of being apologetic about his comments, and whether or not anyone takes offense to his statements, he is in no way going to allow that to be the reason he comes out to recant his words or comedic statements. In his views, comedy is a form of art and a craft which should be given the creative freedom to explore every subject matter, and any attempt to try to censor this medium is a violation of free speech and artistic creativity.
Just looking at all the faces here reminds me of some of the great work that's been done this year by cosmetic surgeons. You all look great.
Ricky Gervais makes the entirety of Hollywood nervous and uneasy because he refuses to play by the rules. He uses his comedy in ways most people are too scared of doing, and this character has cemented him as one of the few voices with the guts to speak against Hollywood.
Here, in a room full of what I consider to be the most important people on the planet. Actors. They're just better than ordinary people, aren't they? We all know that. Imagine a world without actors. Oh, God, it doesn't bear thinking about it. Imagine if they ever went on strike.
Real quick, if you're enjoying this content and want more insights like this, hit subscribe and help us reach these topics to a wider audience. Thank you for the support. Now, let's jump back in. Ricky's complete and utter disregard for political correctness has made him a significant voice against woke culture and the various movements it propagates. Not to say that Ricky Gervais has not had his fair share of media backlash and calls for censorship. Despite all this, the award-winning comedian has remained adamant about his views and has blatantly refused to bend to the will and dictates of the leftist media, refusing to take the easy way out of swallowing his opinions and remaining quiet on his views.
Disgusting, pill-popping, sexual deviant scum. I want to do this monologue and then go into hiding, okay?
Over the years, Ricky has shown that when it comes to his comedy, no one is deemed off limits, not even the big names of Hollywood. Gervais's constant bashing of the lifestyle of Hollywood celebrities has been iconic in the fight for free speech, and he serves as a reminder of someone who went all out against Hollywood and got away with it.
Celebrities having the time of their lives. Let's hope no one spoils that. Yeah. Relax, I'm going to try and be nice. You're global megastars with amazing talent. Most of you. A few of you just married.
The comedy legend has called out the Hollywood movement in countless interviews and comedy performances, earning him admiration from those who support the ideals of free speech. A lot of hate and backlash from Hollywood fans have actually been generated against Gervais. Still, despite the attempts at his censorship, Ricky Gervais continues to talk about the dirty secrets evident in Hollywood culture in the hilarious displays of comedic genius.
Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner, of course. What a year she's had. She became a role model for trans people everywhere, showing great bravery in breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes. She didn't do a lot for women drivers, but...
Ricky Gervais spares no one when it comes to woke culture, as he has tackled the extremely sensitive issues of illegal immigrants, which the woke left deemed too sacred even to have an opinion about. Still, to Ricky, his free speech rights are taken very seriously, and he doesn't hesitate to use his God-given rights. He has stood on business and has continued to air his views in a roller coaster of verbal beatdowns to the woke culture. During his period of hosting the Golden Globe Awards, Ricky showed just how much he cared for political correctness by how well he continuously threw jabs at Hollywood and the entire structure of the woke media. In Gervais's view, the woke media has no authority to dictate what people are allowed to hear or say.
You'll be pleased to know this is the last time I'm hosting these awards, so I don't care anymore. I'm joking. I never did.
In Gervais's view, a lot of celebrities have sold their voices in exchange for being labeled as politically correct by the woke media, and only a few like him have the guts to stand up against the speech policing and cancel culture of the woke media.
Perception a little bit last year that you were very good, but you didn't go for the jugular.
Oh, that's what I think. I think in retrospect, I think I held back a little bit. You know, I didn't want to offend anyone, but I didn't want to be totally well.
Gervais's iconic statement on offenses has gone on to become one of the most iconic quotes in the fight for free speech, where he was quoted saying, "Just because you were offended doesn't mean you are right." This statement proves that Ricky Gervais believes that no one has the right to dictate the speech of another person just because they find it offensive.
Things that we never did in the first place. Why are you applauding someone for suddenly acting like a normal member of society? It's like I've lost a bit of weight. I've lost about 20 pounds. Exactly. What? No. You're basically applauding me for only eating as much as I need now. I should have always been doing that. I got fat because I was a greedy, lazy bastard. There's no other explanation. And I needed people that they come to me now and they go, oh, well done, you look great. But they weren't telling me I looked terrible. They're basically saying I look terrible. No one told me at the time. It was really taboo. I needed waiters to come over and go, had enough, right?
Ricky Gervais holds the opinion that Hollywood culture has made it taboo to make jokes about normal human behaviors just because a few people would find it offensive. In his views, Gervais believes he has no single obligation to conform to the principles of star worship ideologies, especially when it comes to comedy and Hollywood celebrities.
I'll tell you why. The president of the Hollywood Foreign Press just told me that if I say anything offensive or crass or resort to innuendo, he is going to come out here and personally pull me off. So that's an offer I couldn't refuse. Yes, that is the level. An old man pulling me off.
Ricky Gervais has become the dread of a lot of Hollywood celebrities who now have to stay alert for any performances of Gervais, as there is a chance he would be taking a jab at one Hollywood celebrity or the other.
Dressed as Adolf Hitler, right? No, wait, right? And I was going to come out there, I was just doing that, waving to them, right? And then get to the podium and let it die down and go, too much, right? And then I wanted to look in the crowd and go, it's the wrong crowd, it's just the wrong crowd. And then I was going to say, that's the last time I borrow a suit from Mel Gibson.
According to Gervais, comedy is the one tool that is allowed to touch on even the most controversial issues in society. And any group that wants to claim superiority over the free speech of others is completely dictatorial and should be watched.
They go, no, he must mean that, right? Like a joke is a window to the comedian's true soul. That's just not the case. I'll take on any view to make the joke funniest. I'll pretend to be right-wing. I'll pretend to be left-wing. I'll pretend to be clever. I'll pretend to be stupid. Whatever makes the joke funnier without prejudice.
Any comedian should give no community special treatment. In Gervais's view, if serious topics like the Holocaust can be joked about, then making jokes about transgender issues shouldn't be considered off-limits or especially offensive. The only explanation is that the woke media has an intentional agenda to control free speech and dictate to everyone what they are allowed to hear or say. And this is one thing Gervais is very clear on standing against, as the rights of trans people shouldn't trump the free speech rights of other individuals.
Okay, full disclosure, in real life, of course I support trans rights. I support all human rights, and trans rights are human rights, you know? Live your best life, use your preferred pronouns, be the gender that you feel that you are. But meet me halfway, ladies, lose the cock. That's all I'm saying.
Ricky was amazed. Some women came up to him and compared fat people to gay people. Let's see what Ricky thinks about this.
There was a discussion about political correctness. My name came up straight away, right? And there was this woman on there going, oh yeah, well it's not right. Ricky Gervais, he makes jokes about fat people. He wouldn't make jokes about gay people, would he? And being fat is like being gay. What? No, it's not. What?
Gervais has completely demystified woke culture and has shown that no group should be allowed elevation above the rest when it comes to comedy because of the need to appear politically correct.
Call yourself a comedian, you're about as funny as a fart at a baby's funeral. He was trying to hurt my feelings. But his big mistake was choosing something that would be fucking hilarious. As if that would... A fart at a baby's funeral. Big echoey church. Everyone just silently sobbing like that. Tiny little coffin, tiny little coffin. And someone farts, you'd laugh. Even if it was your baby.
Gervais's handling of criticism and the backlash has made him an iconic stronghold against the woke culture. Every attempt at his cancellation has completely failed, as he has rendered the use of cancel culture useless against him, especially because of how consistent he has remained with his comments on woke ideology. Despite the continuous backlash from the woke left and the Hollywood media, Ricky Gervais has made it his duty to speak his mind on issues continuously. What do you think? Should we embrace open dialogue and face tough issues head-on like Gervais? Or should we continue to silence those who think differently? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more open discussions.